We have we have Harold asking you, Alex, does your hosting company use cPanel? So,
I think Phil has already answered that. No, it doesn't have a cPanel, mainly because cPanel recently changed the way they license their software, which I think is one of the reasons why a lot of hosting companies have put their prices up. So, no, we don't have a cPanel. We're going to have our own control panel available soon, but the service that we're offering doesn't require a cPanel, because if you need anything, you just drop us an email, and within no time at all, we will do whatever it is you need doing. You don't need to worry yourself with getting into cPanel, setting up FTPs or whatever else you want to do in there. Just leave that to us. It's a managed service. So you concentrate doing whatever you're doing, and we'll take care of all the server stuff and cPanel and all that techie stuff.
very good. Is
cPanel's
there,
not that good anyway. It looks like it was developed in the 90s and never been updated.
yeah, it's interesting. It is so ubiquitous, but yeah, it's a little bit of a mess. And do you have like a guide for, I know people could check out a little bit more on the pricing, but as far as like the amount of traffic that a person's site is getting, and maybe that's your hosting solution is a good option, or maybe amount of revenue that a site's pulling in.
It's for sites that are generating a reasonable. All the figures are on the site, so probably go and check them out. I'm just seeing if I can bring them up now.
Okay.
But yeah, and also we're happy to be flexible. So if you drop us a line and let us know the kind of numbers you're doing in terms of traffic, we can maybe adjust the price based on that. Um, we can scale it up or down depending on your requirements.
Got it. Okay. And looking through, there's a lot of chat going on. This is fantastic. You bring a lot of people in. You
Yeah,
bring a
they're all
lot of
good
people
people.
in. It's amazing. Yep, and I promoted Helen to a moderator because a lot of my old moderators, they don't show up for live streams anymore. They've sort of
Okay.
moved on to better live streams or something like that. So yeah, I promoted a couple people because I do need some help out here.
Well, yeah, last night I did a stream with, I had a special guest as well, and we had a load of trolls come on, which wasn't very good. I still don't understand trolls. They're posting kind of inflammatory kind of stuff, not aimed at me. It was just stuff that they knew would spark a reaction, kind of racist and all kind of stuff. So you definitely need a moderator. And we got to a point where I actually had to turn on the slow chat feature because people were just kind of spamming the chat and it was just getting crazy. But hey, now I see it as kind of a bit of a compliment. You're kind of making it when the trolls are coming in your stream, I think.
Yeah, there was sometime early on when I was doing live streams, it was like every single one that I did, there would be like five or six people that would just destroy the chat. So at that point, yeah, I ended up making, yeah, maybe five or six people moderators, and we really tried to stay on top of it. So pretty. I don't understand either. People have too much time.
What is
So
going on in their lives where their entertainment on an evening is to just go and troll some live streams?
and I think, I mean, I know they want to see you sort of melt down or get upset or something like that. But the funny part is, I sometimes we're just so behind on the chat, like I won't
Yeah,
even see what they
takes half an
wrote
hour to
for
catch up with it.
five,
Yeah,
10 minutes.
yeah.
It's like
No, and if
there's
you
too
got good
much going on.
moderators, it was taken out pretty quick, and I didn't even flinch.
Yeah.
Um,
That's pretty funny. Okay, and Fantasy Cloud says WP Eagle owns a site which makes 30K. It says 30K on the title. So this is a symptom of two things. One, I'm a little bit lazy, so I had Alex on sometime previously, and I used the exact same title. I just recite Alex. You know what I'm talking about. When you do a live
yeah,
stream, you could just like redo the same title, all the same
you can
details. So I
just
did that, and I don't know how much your site's making right this second, but based on what you said earlier, it's making at least four figures a month. So that pushes you into the roughly valuation of $30,000, right?
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Okay, so technically, I was like, this is probably still safe to make that bold claim,
yeah,
but
yeah.
we're in good shape. Yep. All right. Oh, and a couple people asked and answered that question. All right. Fantasy Cloud says, how many niche sites do you own?
My last count, I think I've got about six, something like that. A lot of them are a bit dormant. That's the problem. I've given a few away recently. That's one way to fill up your live stream. I think one night when I gave away a site, I think I had over 300 on the live stream. That was a hectic
Whoa.
chat that night. But
Holy cow.
because I do a lot of tutorials where I create affiliate sites, so I create the site within the tutorial and then I just kind of leave it. So they're all earning, interestingly. Some of it only enough to cover a few beers a month. But yeah, I'm thinking of going to revisit some of them. Some of them are not in a great niche. But yeah, in terms of my main sites, I've probably got about three that are earning reasonable amount of money.
Okay. And
How
how
many
big
sites are you
was
running now?
I always keep it pretty lean, so I usually say like less than six.
Yeah, I
So,
think you lose focus if you get too many. I mean, fair enough. If you build up a site and it's earning well and doesn't need too much work, then you could start on another one. But I think a lot of people once they get to a point with the site earning well, they then like to sell it and get that lump sum to then invest into something new and then give that new site that kind of push that it needs to get it going in the beginning because you need a bit of money if you want to really hit the ground running with the site, so you can load it up with content quickly and all that.
yeah, and kind of I alluded to it earlier, just some of the activities around starting a niche that I've been doing this for a little while. It's just not as exciting to do some of these things. And people will notice, I've been putting more time into YouTube or a podcast and just spending more time creating courses because that is more interesting to me. There's more things for me to learn there. And, I still have some sites rolling. I just, sold a little bit and then started some new ones that I didn't even intend on starting just because we start things like you said, it's
Mm.
just kind of in our nature. It's kind of fun to do. But at the same time it does get monotonous and then I realize, oh, maybe I need to give one away like you mentioned. Now, how
Yeah.
much content was on that site that you
So I gave away two sites, I think. Yeah. Okay, so I gave away one site, which was the site I built a site on a stream on a Thursday afternoon. I built a site which was in the soil testing niche or niche. I don't know how we stumbled across that niche. I think we were on Amazon. We found some soil testing kits and we thought, okay, we'll go for that. The website is ismysoilgood.com. And then the next week, I then gave that site away. So it was a brand new site. It had I think I'd maybe added 3 or 4 articles to it and it was all made up. It looked really nice, had a logo, had a domain name. Gave it to a viewer and that viewer has run with it actually and they've added a lot more content. They've started generating some sales. I still talk to them. They still ask me for advice because they said, oh, the maximum cost of like a soil testing kit is like $50. I need some other things. So, they kind of were diversifying more into other gardening areas and things like that. And so that was good. And the other one I gave away was Boot Boutique, which was a very old site that I had, which was a Woo Zone site. So it was just loaded up with boots from Amazon using the Amazon API. I didn't have a lot of content on it. And yeah, I haven't heard from the new owner on that one. I think they're working on it. I mean, that was still earning that would still earn 500 maybe a year, especially over the winter period. It would sell some boots.
wow,
So
not bad.
from a
Not
Woo Zone
bad.
site, that was like one of the very first ones I did. So yeah, I might give away something else. I mean, if you put giveaway in the title of your live stream, you will get loads more viewers, and maybe that's how you get the trolls as well. So last night I had a great guest on called Leo. I don't know if you're familiar with him or Lefter is, I think is his full name. He's got this fantastic tool where you dump a load of keywords into it, and it's got a lot of technology behind it. It scrapes Google, does all sorts of things, and it basically creates your silo structure for you. It can see how keywords are related and yeah, really powerful stuff. We gave away a few licenses for that as well last night, and I've started giving away some merch as well, which is always fun on the live stream. So WP Eagle mugs and t-shirts are often given away, and it's a
That's
bit of
fun.
fun, and it also encourages people to stay towards the end till the end of the stream because I normally do it at the end.
That's cool. Yeah, and I think one thing that I may try because people have always said, "Hey, you got to do a live site," but I like how you created a site basically live and then you just unloaded it the next week, so you don't have to
Yeah,
put too much time. It sounds like you maybe just got the skeleton set up and maybe didn't even add any content.
yeah. I mean, there was like I think I added a few articles just to fill it out a bit, but yeah, I might
Sure.
do that again. Actually, it was good fun. Kevin
I
said,
was gonna do it.
You should do it."
Yeah. No, go ahead.
It's
Go
quite
ahead.
nerve wracking, although just don't worry if you mess up. I know that you like to be perfect and all that kind of stuff, but if stuff goes wrong, which it will, don't worry about it. A lot of people like that because stuff goes wrong for them as well. It's just part of life, isn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah, and I think that was actually one of my other talking points. I have seen you do more live streams and actually show and teach things along the way. And you and I had talked about this before, and I just haven't had time yet to get into it. But I think one thing I may do is like do some of the keyword research ahead of time. So like do keyword research live, maybe get the site set up and then potentially give it away. Now for me, the big thing is like to get people on the email list. So I don't just want them to watch. I want them to engage a little further. So do you have any ideas on how I can rope them in for that? I
Well, you could,
guess,
in order to get them to enter the giveaway, you get them to join up to your list or whatever. I guess that would work. I just
yeah.
asked them to say something in the chat. My email game is nowhere near as strong as yours. You send out some fantastic emails. I do read your emails. Something I need to probably work on. Yeah, running a giveaway through email would be great. In order for people to enter, they should like opt into your list because that's the key with email, isn't it? You just need to give something of value in exchange for that email address.